Former U.S. Ambassador Joe Wilson believed that in July of 2003, he had an obligation to alert American citizens that he had not seen credible evidence of weapons of mass destruction during his time and interactions with Saddam Hussein in Iraq. After the United States top officials refused to listen to him, Wilson went to the press. He wrote an article for the New York Times detailing how he did not believe the war in Iraq should be fought on the premise of weapons of mass destruction being present.
I think we are in a perilous time for our country. You have an administration that believes strongly in the executive power, overreach, and I think finally the legislative branch of the government is stepping up to its responsibilities and realizing that for since 2000 it has been extremely lax in its responsibilities.
Let me just say one thing about that. There was an investigation into pre-war intelligence done by the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence, which should have been, because after all, when you go to war as a nation, not as a party. And it should have been nonpartisan. And in fact, a number of those conclusions, particularly as they were related to the Niger uranium lie in the President's State of the Union address, were very politically tainted. And that's unfortunate.
Just a week after the New York Times article was published in July of 2003, Wilson's wife Valerie, a CIA agent, had her alias uncovered by none other than top U.S. officials.
My covert identity was betrayed in July 2003. I can tell you when I read Mr. Novak's column with my name in it, it was just mortifying. I thought in an instant I was thinking of the assets with whom I had worked. I'm thinking of the safety of our children. At that time they were 3.5. I'm thinking that this career that I loved, and I was so proud to serve my country, I loved working on counterproliferation issues, that was done. And all this goes through in an instant. At a place like this, at Fairfield University, I love to talk to the young people about considering public service as something they might do after they leave the university.
In the studio for News 64, I'm Brendan Monahan.